A mosaic is an image constructed of many small pieces, usually paper, glass, or tile, known as tesserae. These small pieces, sometimes only a few millimeters in size, allow for a mosaic to imitate paintings. The first mosaics date back to the 8th century BC. Greeks used colored pebbles and stones to construct precise geometric patterns and detailed scenes of people and animals. The Romans learned this art form and spread the art of mosaics during the expansion of the Roman Empire in the 1st century BC. Justinian, a Roman emperor, popularized the art form in Eastern Europe. The Islamic world appropriated this tradition, incorporating geometric patterns into their mosques. Back in Europe, Gothic cathedrals often included elaborate stained glass windows like this one. Mosaics even influenced postmodernists like Seurat and contemporary artists like Chuck Close, who incorporated the technique of using small spots of paint to construct an image. We have mosaics all around us today. Next time you are in a subway station, notice that some signs are made of these small tiles.
Mosaics are a great project to use in your classroom, especially for your creative or artistically inclined students. Students of all ages can use construction paper like this. If you have other types of materials, like scraps of cloth or buttons, they can be a good way to add texture to your project. So once you have your colored paper, you're going to want to go from the whole pieces and start cutting them up. You can use scissors with older kids, or if you have smaller kids, let them rip the paper themselves. And you're going to want to eventually end up with many small pieces of colorful paper, which we are going to be using as our tesserae.
The next step is to draw an outline of your image so that you have a guide for your tesserae later. Here in my example, I've drawn Nemo. Once you have your drawing, you can start laying down your tesserae. It can be helpful to work from a color image if you have one. I'm using one from Nemo. If not, you can be creative with your use of colors. So notice that because the tesserae are different shapes and sizes, I have to experiment with where they should go before setting them down. Once you have decided, you can use glue. I find that a glue stick works best to affix the tesserae onto the paper. So continue laying down your paper tesserae, and eventually you will fill up your outline. This is my mosaic up close. Notice that when it is so up close, you can't really tell what it is, but as I pan out, the image starts to come together. I've used orange for Nemo and white for his stripes, blue for the water, and green for the water where light might be coming from. So there's my mosaic. Hope you all have fun making yours.